The Elon Musk Twitter deal is pretty much closed. Now with that, employees of Twitter are rightfully scared, considering that Musk threatened to lay off 75% of the workforce. Now due to this, the employees of Twitter decided to put together a long list of demands that has been handed over to the new owner of the company. Now it is never a good idea to hand over a list of demands when you are in no position to negotiate, but be that as it may, the employees listed fears that free speech might now become a thing of the past under Elon, as they fear that Twitter will start leaning in one political direction only. Now it is worth pointing out that many already believe that Twitter is only leaning one way. Now the employees also asked for the work from home order not to be lifted and demanded job security and the safety for employees from different countries. Now it is unclear how Elon Musk will reply to all of this, but it is unlikely that any action will be taken on these demands, reasonable or not. Now by this point, I am sure that most people know the whole situation between Elon and Twitter and how we actually got to this point. Now whether people like it or not, he is now the new owner of the company, but I do understand why some employees might be a little bit scared. Nobody wants to lose their job. It is not fun for anyone, and when you hear that 75% of the workforce will be laid off, it is understandable to be scared of your future. Even if you are an extremely hard-working person, chances are that you will likely be one of the people losing your job should Musk follow through. Now with that, it is also no secret that many within Twitter has a very left-leaning view, and with Musk being a full-on Republican now, those people on the left are very uncertain about what a right-leaning Twitter might look like. Now it is also worth pointing out that those people who are on the right do not feel particularly bad for the employees, as they themselves feel like their voices have been suppressed for years. Now at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what side of the political spectrum you fall on. Job security is important for everyone, even if you disagree with some of the people. With that, the employees of Twitter did come up with the following demands. They said in a letter, staff, Elon Musk and board of directors, we the undersigned Twitter workers believe the public conversation is in jeopardy. Elon Musk's plan to lay off 75% of Twitter workers will hurt Twitter's ability to serve the public conversation. A threat of this magnitude is reckless, undermine our users and customers' trust in our platform, and is a transparent act of worker intimidation. Twitter has significant effects on society and communities across the globe. As we speak, Twitter is helping to uplift independent journalism in Ukraine and in Iran, as well as powering social movements around the world. A threat to workers at Twitter is a threat to Twitter's future. These threats have an impact on us as workers and demonstrate a fundamental disconnect with the realities of operating Twitter. They threaten our livelihoods, access to essential healthcare, and the ability for visa holders to stay in the country they work in. We cannot do our work in an environment of consistent harassment and threats. Without our work, there is no Twitter. We the workers at Twitter will not be intimidated. We recommit to supporting the communities, organizations and businesses who rely on Twitter. We will not stop serving the public conversation. We call on Twitter management and Elon Musk to cease these negligent layoff threats. As workers, we deserve concrete commitments so that we can continue to preserve the integrity of our platform. We demand of current and future leaders respect. We demand leadership to respect the platform and the workers who maintain it by committing to preserving the current headcount. Safety. We demand that leadership does not discriminate against workers on the basis of race, gender, disability, sexual orientation, or political beliefs. We also demand safety for workers on visas who will be forced to leave the country they work in if they are laid off. Protection. We demand Elon Musk explicitly commit to preserve our benefits, those both listed in the merger agreement and not, e.g. remote work. We demand leadership to establish and ensure fair severance policies for all workers before and after any change in ownership. dignity. We demand transparent, prompt and thoughtful communication around our working conditions. We demand to be treated as dignity and not to be treated as mere pawns in a game played by billionaires. Sincerely, Twitter users. Now, one thing about this statement that was a little bit controversial is the thing where they say not to discriminate against political beliefs. A lot of people, as I said, have been feeling for many years that there are certain political beliefs that you are just not allowed to express on the platform, while there are other types of political beliefs that many perceive to be the right type of political beliefs that's being pushed out to the forefront. Many think that it is extremely hypocritical that the Twitter employees are now all of a sudden concerned about political beliefs not being discriminated against, considering how long Twitter has been discriminating against people of a certain political orientation. Now look, at the end of the day, I do try my best not to give too much of my own opinions on these type of issues, but the reality of the matter is that I am a lefty myself. I am a big supporter of labor having a voice and even controlling production. Asking for safety and dignity and protection is not a bad list of demands in my opinion. They are the backbone of the company, and I do hope that none of these layoffs ever come. Again, I do not care how you vote. These people have families and they have responsibilities. Firing these people is nothing that should ever be celebrated. But moving on to this week though, yesterday Elon Musk decided to show up at Twitter HQ and was carrying a sink for some reason. Now he tweeted, "Entering Twitter HQ, let that sink in." Now I really do want to know the story behind the sink. Did he bring the sink with him? Did he find the sink on his way to Twitter? Did he take the sink from Twitter? Whatever the reason is, I honestly just want to know why. Was it all just to make that sink pun? Anyway, Musk will have until Friday to close out the deal, and right now it does seem likely that he will be able to close it out. It is also still very unclear exactly what the plans for this new version of Twitter will be, but as of right now, word is that Musk will be addressing all of the employees on Friday,